What's going on, Shibari family? XO Adonis speaking once again. So in today's video, we're gonna hop right into it. This is the Sirens harness. It's also known as the ribcage harness. Now, if you're familiar with the Hishi Karada, there are very similar elements to that harness. If you've never done the Hishi Karada or never heard of it, I'll definitely leave a link down in the description below. In order to do this, you will need a consenting adult or a mannequin. You will also need a pair of safety shears because safety is very important. You also will need at least 50 feet of rope, 30 for the top and about 25 for the bottom, depending on the build and height of your model. Now, with that being said, let's get started. Okay, Shibari family, I have a 50 foot of rope with me. Now, if you have two 30s, just combine them, it's just fine. If you don't know how to combine a rope, I have tutorials on that. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find the bite of your rope. And you're going to want to place it on the neck, like so. Now, everyone has a dip around their neck area, around this area. It's called the jugular notch. Now, depending on how the person's build is, how tall they are, etc., it's all dependent on where you're going to put this first knot. It's going to be an overhand knot. I have tutorials for that knot as well. But we're going to go proceed and make the overhand knot, like so. Also make sure that you're not too close to the neck. When it's all said and done, you want to be able to fit a few fingers through. You don't want it very tight and very close on the neck. It's a very sensitive area, and you want to make sure that you're taking care of your model. Always check in with them as well. And then from there, we're going to go maybe a ½ inch just above the breast, where the breast starts. And we're going to make another overhand knot. And that's perfect. And then we're going to bring our two strands like so. And we're going to go right under the breast like so. And once you get to the back, you want to take your two strands and we're going to cross and then cross again. That is what it's going to look like. And then we're going to go back around. Once we go back around, we're going to use the Hishi Karada method and we're going to continue to put our two strands on the inside and then take them out. For those who are not familiar with that strategy, I will show you it right now. So we're going to take our strands, go behind. I want to pull it through. And then from there, we're going to go wrap back around. Once you get to the back, we have our two strands back here. We're going to do the same cross motion that we did right here. So we're going to cross, and then we're going to cross. Give it a little tightness. And we're going to go back around. Now, a rule of thumb is after we have our first bands right here, everything we do from this point on will go under these bands. If you stack on top, it will not look right. So just make sure that you're putting it through and it lands under. Once you have that pulled through, we're just going to go down. And we're just going to repeat the process. Once you get to the back, cross, cross, back around. Now, keep in mind that as you do this, it will get a little tighter. So you don't want to start out with too much tightness. And then we're going to continue to do the exact same thing. Looking very lovely. Make your adjustments as you go. That'll be the last one. And then we do our cross motion. So phase one is complete. This is the top, and now we're gonna go ahead and go and do the bottom. Time for us to focus on the bottom part. Once we make our cross motion in the back to lock it off, we're gonna bring it around. Bring it to right around above the belly button. Just play with this position and see what you like. But I'm gonna make an overhead knot right here. This is what you wanna see. And from here, we're gonna take our leading strands and go in between the legs. Like so. And then we're just gonna choose a bite and just put it under. Something beautiful. And now we're gonna separate our two strands and come around in the front. So let's do that now. And then from there, we're gonna follow the same method, the same Hishi Karada method that we did up here. We're gonna do down here. So we're gonna bring it in. Pull it through. And expose. And we will repeat that about 2 or 3 more times. Once you do that, this is what it looks like. And we will repeat that 2 to 3 more times, or however much your rope will allow you to. So for about me, this is about as many lines as I would like. Let's go ahead and turn it around. And from here, I'll do any knot of your choosing. You can do the overhand knot like how we've been doing, but I'm personally just gonna do the square knot. Okay, rope family, that is a wrap. The Sirens harness is finally complete. There are a lot of elements that we've used in previous tutorials, and now we're combining it to make something new. For those who are just tuning in, welcome to the show. If you're able to do this, you can definitely do the Hishi Karada tutorial that I have on my page as well. I'll make sure to leave a link down in the description, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.